Hey, name is Ray. Welcome back to my channel. If you're not a subscriber, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. What I do here is I teach real estate. I also teach engine building, mechanic work, and stuff like that. So this video is about simple steps to repair your credit, increase your credit score. The reason I'm doing this video, say for instance, you're trying to apply for a loan for a mortgage, for a HELOC, for any type of to purchase investment properties, and they tell you that your debt to income ratio is good, you're making more money than what you are in consumer debt, but your credit score is bad. So they want you to raise your credit score, or this can be also if you want to raise your credit score to get a better interest rate. So it works both ways. So these are just some simple steps that you can do. It's free. You don't have to pay some company to do this for you. You can do it yourself. So we'll start with number one. It's basically review your credit report, which is TransUnion, Equifax, Experian. You can get a free copy once a year from these companies. You can also get a free copy, say for instance, if you're denied credit. For instance, your mortgage, you weren't approved because of your credit. So you can get a free copy of that. Number two is dispute negative marks. Number two basically goes with number four, and we'll get there in a second. Number three is dispute incorrect late payments, which heavily affects your credit score. Some of those are mistakes and some aren't. Say for instance, you had a credit card or even a car payment, and you got behind and you made some late payments, and it's still showing on your credit, but you already caught up to making payments. You can contact your bank or credit card company, whichever one, and explain to them, look, I'm still a good customer with you. I've been caught up with my payments. Can you contact the credit report agency and tell them that I'm up and have that removed, have the late payments removed, and it'll move your credit score up. So as I said, number two, the dispute negative marks, and also goes with number four, which is decide if you want to play the game. Some credit card companies, some credit repair companies play. For instance, an example, an account went to collections and the collection agency gave up. Dispute the entry, and the credit bureau will ask the creditor to verify the information. If they ignore the request, the agency is required to move it from your credit report. So for instance, it went to collections, or you had some negative marks, which is the same. It went to collections, and it's been a year or two, and you're not getting those letters anymore. They're not getting the phone calls anymore. You can contact TransUnion, Equifax, or Experian, whichever one it has it on there. Contact them. You want to dispute that. They're going to contact the loan that you had or credit card, whichever you're disputing. They're going to contact them and ask them if they need to verify that information, see if it's correct. Some of these places don't even want to deal with you anymore. They don't even want to go through that trouble. So since they don't respond, these companies right here then have to remove that from your credit report. So then your credit score goes up. Number five, ask nicely. I mean, that goes a long way. I mean, it seriously goes a long way. Say for instance, on this one, I'll just a credit card company. You had some negative marks on there, and you were caught up. You already paid it off, or you're still making payments, but you're all caught up. Contact the credit card company and ask to speak to a manager. Ask them nicely. Look, tell them, go back and look at my history with you. I've been a good customer. I just had some late payments, or I didn't pay this, but now I paid it here 6 months, 7 months later. Can you please take that off my credit score? If you ask nicely, they'll be more than willing to help you because you have a good reputation now. Everything worked out for them. They got their money back, or you're still making good payments. So then your credit score goes up again. Number six, increase your credit limits, which is maxing out your cards will hurt your credit score, of course. And carrying 50% or more also hurts. So say for instance you have a $5,000 limit on a credit card, but you have $2,500 that you used. So that's 50% already. that's going to look bad on your credit and it hurt your credit. So what you can do is you can contact them, tell them, hey, can you give me a credit limit higher? So then they raise it to $7,500 or $8,000, whichever, maybe even $10,000. So since now you have a larger gap and you have a credit increase, that helps your credit score. Just remember, don't use that. Don't go out there and max it out. Don't start charging, because then you're going to go backwards. So that right there will raise your credit score. Number 7, open another credit account. So go get you another card, a credit card. You get a new credit card and it's not used. You have a zero balance, but it's a $5,000 credit card. Don't use it, but just get that card, and that's going to help you on your credit score. It'll go up because now you have a credit card that's new, that has a zero balance, but you have a $5,000 limit and you haven't used it. It's paid for. That helps your credit. Number 8, pay down outstanding balances. Especially, as I said before, consumer debt is the worst debt that you want to have. You don't want to have car payments. You don't want to have credit cards. You don't want to have stuff like that. RVs, boats, liabilities. You don't want to have liabilities and be making payments, because that's not going to help you grow your wealth. So you want to if you want to pay down outstanding balances, go with the smallest debt first and use the snowball effect. You're going to pay the $500 credit card first before you pay the $10,000 one. Now you take that $500 credit card, whatever it was, a $100 monthly plan, use that $100 and start paying the other one off. And you continue. It's a snowball effect. Now you have $200 on the next one, $300, and so on. That helps on your credit score because now you're paying outstanding balances. Outstanding balances also is late ones. You got several late, even hospital bills, healthcare, stuff like that. If you have stuff that's outstanding, go out there and pay that first. Get it out of the way so you can get caught up, and it'll move your credit score up. And number 9, pay off high interest new credit accounts. The age of the credit matters to your credit report. So in other words, on that one, as I said over here, if you open a new credit card but you don't use it, it's not going to hurt you. But if you open a new credit card account and you start using it, since it's so new, it is going to hurt your credit. So you want to get rid of that. You want to start paying that one off, because that is actually going to hurt you. But as I said before, up here, you want to get one, but you don't want to use it. Okay? And number 10, write some great credit coattails. Coattails will be, for instance, a person that you trust. And that person has a $25,000 credit card. And they make their payments. They're on time every time. Ask them if they can, for instance right here, ask them if they can add you on that credit card as an authorized user. So ask if you got a friend, if you got family members, somebody that is willing to help you out, and tell them, hey, can I get on that credit card that you constantly pay? Can you make me an authorized user? So then your name goes on there as they're making payments. It makes you look good because now it's raising your credit, because it shows that you have that credit card with that person. On the bad part is if that person doesn't make payments, it's going to go bad on your credit as well. So it works both ways. So make sure the person you're going to use is somebody that you can trust, that has a great credit score, and they can put you there as an authorized user. But of course you don't use it. You're just there to collect the credit report, to collect the credit score for it to go up. So these are just 10 simple things that you can do. It's nothing fancy, but you can do it yourself, and you don't have to pay some company hundreds or thousands of dollars to help you raise your credit score. You can do it yourself. So that's just one way to help you on your credit in case it didn't go through for the mortgage, the HELOC, the whatever loan you're trying to do to buy investment properties. Not other liabilities, investment properties. You want to grow your wealth, not go backwards. So hopefully this video did help you. And I appreciate you watching. We'll see you in the next video. And if you're not a subscriber, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching.